This is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN. Time now on this Saturday morning for the Mayor's Report, and with me is Mayor Michael Beamish. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Clint. Good morning to all those listening to Troy Community Radio. What a great station this has become, and advertising all the events that are coming up. Boy, I don't know where November's going.
Neither do I, but it is going quick.
Which leads into December, which leads into the Christmas holiday season, and we'll get to all that coming up. But
you had Veterans Day last Sunday, kind of an odd one that it fell on Sunday.
Yeah, many different agencies were closed on Monday in observance of Veterans Day, which was Sunday. And we did have our annual gathering at the Veterans Memorial at Riverside Cemetery. It was a little brisk, it was a little cold, but Mick Dehart was the guest speaker and very distinguished veteran. And so I want to say to all veterans, thank you for their service.
Absolutely.
And we braved the elements, but they've braved a lot of other situations over their time.
A little rain or cold temperatures, that's nothing compared to what they have already done.
That's right. And so certainly a big thank you to all of them who have given us the freedoms that we enjoy, and to be able to sit in this station today and talk freely. That is something that many times we take for granted, but it took a lot of individuals. Some paid the ultimate sacrifice too.
Yes. Do want to cover a couple things. There's so much going on. I mean, they've been downtown this past week, getting the rest of the decorations put together. We had the wind and rain last weekend that the trees went from some leaves on the ground to waking up and all the leaves are on the ground and the trees are empty.
Well, we had Jerry Mullins a couple weeks ago and telling us it was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And we were in round 2. Well, I can guarantee you we're going to head into round 3 picking up leaves, because they did fall late. But when they fell,
they all fell.
And so, at least in our house, we have stacks of leaves in front of our home. And we did move them out away from the curbing, so they have a little drainage system if the rains come.
Absolutely, and that's something to keep an eye on. Like you said, we're in round 2. We'll be going into round 3 of leaf collection.
Correct.
But if you've got the pile of leaves in front of your house and we've had some wind or something, you might take the rake back out there and keep them in a pile and keep them away from the curb.
And they do swirl, and there has been wind. So, yes, we want to keep track. And that's a protection to the residents as well, to have our storm sewers open and clear, so that if we do have rain, we don't have the backup, so we have it going down the right way.
So we get the leaves all taken care of, and that kind of moves us on. Well, I'll say this first. This weekend is the holiday welcome weekend going on in Miami County. So we've got shoppers. Our shoppers from Troy are not only shopping Troy, but Tip City, Covington, West Milton, and Piqua.
Yes.
To find out what those towns have, as well as their folks are coming here to shop.
We don't have to drive too far in Miami County to find all those items that might be something that somebody really, really would like to have for Christmas.
Well, I think we could make just a big loop of it, and you start in Troy, you go down to Tip, over to West Milton, back up through Pleasant Hill to Covington, and then cut over to Piqua, and then you're back to Troy.
And I think we're trying to all test our lights, too. And so you will notice in Troy, especially, the lights around our trees.
Just some, not the big tree.
Not the big tree that's sitting, dotting our middle of our circle in downtown Troy. And boy, have they been working hard and getting that ready.
Beautiful tree, too.
Oh, it's a great tree.
What a great shape it has and height.
Yes, and there's a little history, and we'll talk about that at our illumination ceremony, how that tree became and how it has graced us as the first gift of Christmas.
And we'll get to meet the family, too, that donated the tree.
That's right.
Okay. Look forward to that. Now you've kind of went to the Grand Illumination. We're holiday welcome weekend this weekend. Lots of shoppers. Then we're going to have Thanksgiving.
I want to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving because I look at it as Thanksgiving is thanks living in Troy, Ohio, USA. It gives us an opportunity to step back, look at the blessings that our community offers for people of all ages. And I've said that for years, that we want to have things, recreation, cultural activities, events, and that families can participate. So Thanksgiving usually is what we call a family day. It's a gathering and where we should really take a look and count our blessings, not only as a family, but we are a community of family. And I want to also give a shout out. One of our little third graders at Cookson Elementary School entered into a kind of a regional poster art essay contest.
Okay.
And we just received word that little third grader from Cookson School received top honors.
Wow.
In a poster. Now, I haven't seen the poster yet, but here's the thinking was around traditions build strong families. And I said, my goodness, that fits Troy, Ohio very well. We have a lot of traditions here, but family-oriented activities. So a big shout out to that third grader, and I'm going to go visit that youngster and say thank you to her.
Congratulations to her and her art ability.
That's right, and it was done through an art project by their art teacher, and but that just is one thing about showing how important families are. And yes, Thanksgiving is this week coming up, and it's an opportunity and I hope all of us will take a step back. And because we're in a world of hurt right now, and everybody seems to be negative thinking. But if we take a step, we talked about veterans and what they bring to the table and protecting our freedoms. But if we take a step back and we think of all the many blessings that each of us have and use Thanksgiving as a day of thanks-living, I think we'll be very happy that we live in a great country, in a great county, in a great community.
Absolutely. Thanksgiving is also, I always consider this the first holiday after the beginning of, the kids are back at school. Kids have left the nest and they've gone on to college. But this is that first holiday that really brings everybody back together.
It sure does. And in Troy, it's just, Thanksgiving is to count the blessings as a family and as a community and as a county and as a country. But if we take one step forward, we're on a Friday, and that just really, you mentioned it, Clint, it kicks off this holiday Christmas season.
Maybe you go to bed a little bit early on Thanksgiving night, because headed into that weekend, it's just going to be, I think, a madhouse after that. You've got, the Grand Illumination will then be on Friday. Always look forward to that. And after just getting through the election, kind of like what you just said, not everyone's happy. Whether they were winners or losers, this is an opportunity to get the community downtown all together at a happy occasion, and it isn't about anything else but getting along.
And I know people come from all around
to
participate in this Grand Illumination event, and we're preparing. We got the Santa house in place now. We got the Christmas tree in the center of town with all the ornaments decorating. We have the lights we've tested now, we know. And then just the activities, and you said it so well, Clint, bringing people downtown in fellowship together. It's exciting times, and Santa's going to be coming down, and he's going to be in the Santa house, and we have times, even this Thanksgiving Grand Illumination weekend, Santa's going to be in that Santa house after we do the countdown. He'll be there and watch all the little youngsters coming through.
Comes in on the fire truck.
And then Saturday and Sunday, he has hours, and the hours continue throughout the season until he has a big job on Christmas Eve to get out and about. So it's going to be an exciting time. I know there's so many things starting around 4 o'clock on Friday. And I want to thank Main Street. Troy Main Street has helped coordinate all these activities. They've allowed me to be a part of that, and with the opening of the Kris Kringle Market, that'll be at the Rec Center, and then there's going to be carriage rides, and there's going to be music, and then the mayor and Mrs. Mayor will be doing the month before Christmas. That's kind of that kickoff. I tell everybody, and I know it's hard, but in your planning, I would invite everybody. It starts at 4 o'clock. There will be activities for people to do things on that Friday at 4 o'clock. But I would say if you really want to be a part of the what I call the Christmas tree countdown, you want to be in place by 7 o'clock in downtown. Now, I'm not saying 7 o'clock's the countdown, but I will say get in place, be prepared. In fact, I will start around 7 o'clock. Prior to that, I'm going to talk about some of the sponsors. I will talk about some of the donors, including our first gift of Christmas. And then we'll do the month before Christmas, and that leads Santa down through town, and Santa will come on stage. When Santa's there on stage, he has his magic dust, and we'll do the countdown in unison of all the thousands of people I hope come down. And it's been that way for years. Weather doesn't seem to bother anybody coming down.
No, you know what? It doesn't. We've had some wet years and some cold years and some snowy years, and we get quite the haul downtown.
But I just want people to realize, so they don't miss out. That countdown is so exciting. You know, Santa's on the stage and he throws the magic dust in the air and the lights come on and a countdown is. So I say to everybody, even though 7 o'clock is not the countdown time, be there, be ready, because there's a lot of activities going to take place on stage around that 7 o'clock time. They'll do the countdown. Once the countdown, the tree's lit and all around town comes alive, Santa will make his way to the Santa house, and you little youngins will all line up waiting to see Santa. And then we'll have music going on downtown as well. And then on Saturday, Sunday, and throughout the weekends ahead, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Santa will be there for us.
And the hours will be posted, too, in front of the Santa house of when he'll be there.
That's
Plus, I know they're on the Troy Main Street Facebook page.
That's right.
So you know exactly when you can come down and bring the kiddos down to sit on Santa's lap.
Well, you know, the 23rd, after we light the tree, he's going to be in the Santa house, and he has told us that he'll stay until all those little youngins have a chance to go through the Santa house. But then he comes back on Saturday, and he'll be there, I think, from noon to 2, take a little break. Got to give Santa a little time to rest.
Chance to eat something.
And then
life isn't just all eating candy canes.
And then he'll come back at 4 o'clock, and then on Sunday he'll be there in the afternoon from 3 to 6. And there's, like you said, Clint, there'll be times so people always know when Santa will be around.
Oh, right. The day after the Grand Illumination then becomes Shop Small Saturday.
Yes.
So it's back to shopping in downtown Troy. Great deals. When I've talked with Main Street, I heard that there are special incentives and some prizes and gifts that they're going to be putting in bags throughout town. Yeah. So when you go in and shop and buy something at a store, there's a possibility that you've got something else that turns up in your bag when you get home.
Isn't that great? It's just a lot of excitement going on, and you know, small business are our backbone. We've
Absolutely.
said that. Both of us have said that for years. You know, and so it's an opportunity for us to support our small businesses, and it starts November 15th, 16th, and 17th around the county.
Yep. All right, Mayor. Thank you so much. This has been the Mayor's Report. Anything else you want to add in this morning?
Just to share that on November 19th, it's a Monday, we will be having city council. It'll be their session at 7 o'clock in City Hall.
Gotcha. Always open to the public, and if you can't make it out, you can also watch that on troyohio.gov. You'll find it, the council, click on it, and it takes you right into the chamber.
There you go.
Thank you, Mayor. This has been the Mayor's Report. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN.